My stage 4 colon cancer has returned. We're going to talk about that today. Hey everybody, welcome to Big Valley Living, and my name is Michelle. As you know, I've been in remission from colon cancer for 2 years. About 2 years and 15 or 20 days, give or take. And I have stage 4 colon cancer, and it has been treated several different ways. We've hit it head on. I've had surgery several times. I've had radiation. We've gone through 5 different rounds of chemotherapy. And on January 13th, and I got a complete metabolic blood panel, which includes what's called a CEA, and I'll go into detail about this in future videos. It is basically a test that gives you your cancer markers for colorectal cancer. And so that was done on January 13th, and then on January 17th, I went in for a CT scan, which just kind of will marry with everything else to see if everything's clear, making sure everything's okay. So I got my results from my blood test on Friday. I got my results from my blood test after I had had my CT scan, and everything takes a few days to catch up from the time they took the test until the time the test results are available. So I went in and I looked at my records online, and I noticed that my CEA marker, which had been 2.3 in September of 2024, had gone up to 8.6. And so that's almost quadrupled. So that had me a little bit concerned, but I hadn't seen anything from a CT scan yet. And so I figured I'd just be patient and wait. It happened to be a holiday weekend, and so I knew that my results probably from the CT scan probably wouldn't be released until Monday or Tuesday of the following week. So last Monday, I sent a note to my doctor and said, I saw my CEA results, and I'm just hoping that you can shed any light on my CT scan to kind of put my mind at ease. So the next morning after the holiday had passed, his office called me at, about 10 o'clock in the morning. And they said, hey, just letting you know that the images, the time it takes to read the CT images right now is backlogged because there's a shortage of staff. The holidays were here. And so they've been behind by 2 or 3 days and up to a week since December. Okay, so now we're only about 4 days past my CT scan, and I thought, okay, well, I can wait. I had a doctor appointment scheduled for the following Tuesday, and I knew that by then I would be able to hear from the doctor. So I went about my work day, went about normal stuff, and at about 1:30 or 2 o'clock the same day, I got another call from my doctor, which was a little bit unusual, but I thought, okay, well, maybe the results are there, and he's going to be able to talk to me about it. The assistant said, doctor would like to talk to you, and he's booked today, but he's going to make time to talk to you on a telehealth appointment, meaning that it would be like a Zoom kind of a thing. Okay, that got me a little bit concerned, but that's okay because my doctor has always been really, really good about keeping me informed every step of the way, quelling any fears or doubts or anxieties that I have and stuff like that. I have a great doctor, great oncologist. I have a great surgeon. I have a great general physician. You guys, I am one very, very lucky person, and I know that. Okay, so I didn't get to meet with the doctor. We set up a telehealth appointment, and we set it up for about 10 minutes to 4 that same afternoon, which coincided right about the time with me getting off work. So that worked out really well. And they called me at about 10 till. We checked everything out. Yay, everything was fine. And then it was about another 25 minutes before the doctor was free to meet with me. So he came on and he let me know that the cancer's back and that the CT scan itself, you know, CT scans are kind of fuzzy and they'll show things, but I liken it to a dull fuzzy crayon. That's what that image might be, compared to a PET scan, which would be like a fine Sharpie marker, okay? I mean, you can see the details on that. So when we talked about what he was reading on the results, the cancer did not spread to a major organ. No, it's not in my lungs, it's not in my liver, it's not back on my colon. And I have to tell you, at that point, I was thankful to hear that news. Not happy to hear that the cancer was back, but happy that it wasn't in a major organ, because that's probably one of my worst fears. It's in my omentum, which is a protective layer around your major organs. So we'll go into the details of those things on a different video. I've been struggling since then after reaching out to family, reaching out to coworkers. I had to tell my boss and arrange for treatment time off and stuff like that. So I've been chewing on how do I do this? How do I talk to people on YouTube about it? How do I talk to people who may not understand it completely, who may be going through it, who may know somebody who's facing this, who are supporting somebody who's going through this, because it isn't easy. So I found out I had it, and my husband was also working from home that day, so he was in the telehealth appointment with me, which was so supportive. A few things the doctor talked about, was this time we're going to have to do a little bit more aggressive chemotherapy treatment. We're going to use a treatment called FOLFIRI. And again, we'll go into that later. I just wanted to let you know what it's going to be. It will go through my my port that I have in my chest. I just got my CT or my PET scan, so I have a Band-Aid on right now. They went ahead and put the dye in that way. So the doctor told me, okay, here's kind of the quick rundown. It's going to be 6 months of treatment. Every 2 weeks is when it's scheduled to be administered. Of course, we'll talk about it later in our appointment, he said. And you're going to lose your hair. It's one of the first things he told me. My hair has thinned in the past. And in fact, when I had radiation and chemotherapy, kind of a side drug at the same time, it was a pill form of chemotherapy when I did radiation. My hair got really, really thin. You could go back to a video where I planted peas in the garden in like 2021, and it was significantly lighter than my normal hair as far as thickness goes. I recently have been playing with my hair. My niece colored my hair for me, and she gave me a different haircut. And I'm sorry today it looks crazy, but it's raining like wild. And when I was laying in that PET scan getting the image, I thought, you're going to go home, you're going to make this video, and then we're going to move on. So this is rain hair early in the morning. The doctor also said, as far as what we see right now, we see several spots on your omentum, and the biggest one is like 2.7 centimeters by about 2.3 centimeters. There are some that are like 2 by 1, several of those. Then there are several that are smaller, those were fuzzier, and then there are a lot of little dippy dots all around. And he said, it's hard to tell exactly how they're connected with a CT scan, but that coupled with your CEA and your history, because my CEA never lies, it never has, we're going to go ahead and move forward. And I can't do surgery because there are too many spots right now. So they can't just go in and surgically remove it. So we're going to do the full ferry. We're going to start in a couple of weeks. We're going to start in less than 2 weeks. The insurance right now is going through the process of approval. The doctor had to order the PET scan. I got that done today. I'll probably go in for one more blood test, and all of that is for a baseline. So the doctor said, you know, you can do a PET scan or you can elect to just do one later. And my husband is sitting next to me, like patting on my knee, encouraging me to get the PET scan. And so I told the doctor we would think about it, but let's go ahead and order the PET scan so that we can get a good baseline. I want to know what we're facing. I want to make sure that the CT scan caught everything. What if it missed a little spot somewhere? I need to know now. The curiosity in me needs to know. The fighter in me needs to know. I'm going to take a break for a second. Okay, it's still not easy to talk about. I had a video that I missed for a really big canning collaboration in January. And I had already done one and told everybody, hey, come back and make sure to watch my second video, and the second video didn't happen. And the second video did not happen because I had received the blood test results and it totally freaked me out. I had everything I needed to do the video, but I just couldn't. We were calling family, we were calling friends, and I just didn't make it on that one. But here we are. We are moving forward. We're planning for treatment. So I'm going to tell you real quick what I plan to do. I'm going to take you guys through this treatment with me. This is my 5th round of chemotherapy. This is my 2nd round of infusion-based chemotherapy. In a nutshell, I'm going to go in early in the week. They will give me 4 to 6 hours of part of the cocktail, that's what they call it, of the drug cocktail. And then I'm going to go home attached with my port. I'll have a tube coming out and it will go down and it will be attached to a ball of what's called 5FU. Yes, 5FU. And I'll have that for 46 to 48 hours while it administers itself. Fortunately, I get to come home for that. You used to have to be in the hospital for that. It's much more comfortable to be at home around your world where you can just get as comfortable as you can during treatment. Yeah, privacy, you can sleep, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to take you guys through the journey. My intention is to come on every day and talk to you, not as long as this video. But I'll tell you what I did that day. I'll tell you how I feel that day. If it's a day where I simply cannot be on camera for whatever reason, I don't feel like it, please understand. But I have tons and tons and tons of video that I love to take when I'm at the ocean or in the mountains or near wildflowers. And you'll hear me talking over that and maybe some light, lovely music and some nice little sayings that hopefully will inspire you. My intention is to show you what it's like and to show you that yes, it's scary, but this is my 5th time. And I didn't think I would be alive today, so you can do it too. Okay, I think that's kind of a lot of information for now. I'm going to get this video out. And here, I'll show you I'll show you today's entry because today's entry is early. Look at this. PET scan, 7 a.m. But it is a good day to have a good day. And I want you to see that I am always going to imagine good health, peace in the world, just a healthy body, happy people, and we all have to do everything we can to help each other to make it through everything. Tomorrow we're going to talk about what I have been doing to prepare my house and my life, because I've actually gone through this enough times where I know what I need to have on hand. I won't be caught off guard. Of course, every time is different, but I do know that there are certain things that I can reasonably expect to happen and that it's best to be prepared. So I'm going to talk to you about that tomorrow with as much insight and kindness and humor as possible. But this is going to be a very real situation that I'm going to take you through. I hope you stick with me. I need your kind words. So will my husband and our family. And so will the community that read the comments in my comment section. I've seen comments from people where one person left a comment and up to 30 or 40 more people got into a conversation. And that conversation ended up helping other people. So that is the intention of me being on here and sharing this with you. Cancer is not uncommon. Colon cancer, colorectal cancer is extremely common, especially in the Western world. We're going to talk about that too, because do not tell me it is not our diet. We will go very, very far into that. Trust me. But I do want to thank you for being here today. I'd like you to please share this with anybody who might be going through cancer, has gone through cancer. I'd like to get anybody's point of view if you've gone through it or if you're facing it. Let's walk through it together. Your experience is going to be different than my experience because every experience is unique. But I wholly intend on being as positive as possible in a very dark situation. And I really want to offer you hope, and it helps me to focus on being positive as well. I'm going to work on a daily routine for myself, and I'll share that with you because I think that having a routine during this treatment is very important, as well as having a good support system, family, friends, neighbors. I have it all. And we'll talk about all that, and maybe on occasion, maybe my husband will come on and talk about it because he has his own set of fears, and I worry about that too. It's human nature, right, to worry about your partner. So I'm going to ramble now, and I don't want to ramble. Like, don't dislike, like this, so that other people will see it. Share it with people. And please consider subscribing and hitting the little notification so that when I do have a video come up that you'll see it. Also, please feel free to leave a comment if there's something that you're curious about. If you have cancer, had cancer, or if you're just curious about something, no question is probably too much. If I can't answer it nicely, I'll probably find a way to address it and let you know that I can't. I am not a doctor and I am not a medical professional. I am a person in America that has cancer, colon cancer. And I just want to share this with you so that you know that it's not as bad as you think. And even though when you hear the words the first time, you'll find that you have a whole lot more strength than you ever thought. So on that note, I'll see you later, everybody. Be kind.